Hello everyone, my name is Leericle, and today I want to share with you guys what made me switch from World of Warcraft to Final Fantasy. So you're thinking about Final Fantasy. Let me tell you what convinced me to switch to Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy is not a new player in this game. They've been making RPG games since Nintendo, and even I don't even know, way back then. They've been making games since way in the past, dude. And they've been legendary. If it wasn't even these games, like the first one was legendary. That's how they became so popular, dude. From the Nintendo to the Super Nintendo. Their music was what kept me, like the music alone is what inspired me to join Final Fantasy. They have a track record, unbelievable track record of making good RPG games. And I thought to myself, what is my favorite RPG game? What is the world's best RPG game? Many people will say, myself included, is Final Fantasy VII. This is the game that changed my life forever, dude. This is the first game that made me cry. And many other people cried too, I bet. But Final Fantasy has a track record of making excellent, top quality games. Now I know what you're thinking. The game when it originally launched was pretty bad. It's pretty bad. I've heard rumors about it being bad too, which is kind of what prevented me from trying out the game. And plus, the $15 a month also kind of hindered me from playing the game. But they saw that the game wasn't good, and they didn't give up. They could have just trashed the game there and just gave up, but they didn't give up. They kept on pushing forward, and they kept the quality standard for their game, and they transformed it. They literally reborn the game. The game was reborn, and it truly holds the name of a Final Fantasy game. The story is good, but honestly, I did a story skip after A Realm Reborn. I played through A Realm Reborn. I story skipped Stormblood and Heaven's Word. But even with that, the game is amazing to play, and it holds the standard. It holds that quality standard. Um, Playing from World of Warcraft, it was kind of difficult for me to leave, but Blizzard, Activision, failed me too many times. Man, they failed me too many times. And it's hard to it's funny because I think of Asmongold's stream when he says that he had an interview with somebody. It's like we're like beaten down dogs. We're like trying to find a home. Trying to find a home. And I found a home here, and it's been great, man. I'm a hurt little puppy, and I found my home in Final Fantasy, man. That's what it is. That's what it is, guys. And you're not gonna be disappointed. There's so much to do in this game. I haven't even touched the surface, and I know players who've been playing for a long time that they still have stuff to do in this game. They've been playing, they maxed out all their characters and everything, and they still have stuff to do. They still have so many things to do in this game. They haven't even there's no such thing as 100% completionist person in this game. I'll tell you that much right now. It'd be hard to find. And if they do, props to them. It'd be really hard to find those type of players because there is so much to do in this game. There's so many quests. There's so many things. You have your money's worth when you get into this game. So, this leads on to the second part of what made me switch to Final Fantasy. And that is, I know it seems kind of weird, even though a lot of the things in this game are pretty good. What kind of led me into playing the game in the first place is the graphics. I know it seems kind of weird to say that because most people don't really play games for the graphics, but you gotta admit, like, it feels like a next gen thing. Let me kind of zoom in here so you guys can see. Like, even the little shadow effects that it creates on the thing, like, this world, everything in the world is detailed. I wish I could go to more parts of the world, but I also made other videos too, like, even the skybox looks amazing too. Like, look at this cloud mount, dude. Look how cool that looks. How the heck, dude? That the graphics is what kind of led me to playing this game. It has a little glow effect too, and not just the graphics, also the mounts in this game. The mounts in this game is kind of what helped me, like, kind of push my interest into trying out this game. Let me show you some of the mounts. I don't have a lot yet, but I'll show you some of the ones that I have. Like this, some of them are my favorite. Like some of these right here. Like this mount right here. Look at this. Look at this mount. You would expect a mount like this to be in a store, the store-bought mount. I would if you told me that this was a free mount that you can get in the game, I would have not believed you. Look how beautiful that thing looks, man. It has sparkly. Dude, it's crazy. A lot of the mounts in this game are freaking badass, man. Some of them are badass. Let me show you some other mounts. This is one I got recently from my friend, or from my sister. It's a Bajja mount. It's like a freaking. Look at that, man. Look at that when he lands on the ground. Oh, damn, look at that, dude. That's crazy. This is one of my favorite mounts too, and it's kind of fun. Like me and my sister, we make fun of it. It's like we're like Starfax Adventure. That's crazy. I love the mounts in this game too. This is like one of my favorites. Wait, how do I do? Hold on, let me see. It reminds me of Star Fox. I like this one too. I like to think it's like Star Fox. But yeah, that's another thing that kind of led me into this game. The mounts in this game and the armor sets, the way they look. You know, a lot of the things in this game look amazing. This is also one of the cool ones too. Freaking power. Like the horse of infinite power. And also the weapons. Like, this is one of the relic weapons. It's one of the earlier stages. It's not the highest one yet. I will get it eventually, but this is one of the weapons. I could actually show you some of the other ones too. I don't have all of them, but kind of showcase what they look like. This is not the top quality weapons yet, but just to give you an idea of what they look like. I think, yeah, I think I have this one. Stuff like that for the healer class, and then Astro is another healer. So the weapons in this game look really good too. Like, it looks amazing. These, especially these are my favorite sets, by the way. I think these are some of my favorite ones. So, and also like the spells in this game look amazing. They look next generation, like, versus when you play WoW all the time and you play this, you'll see the difference in like how the spells look and how they animate. It's just crazy. Hold on, let me actually, well, I guess yeah, I'll do that. Give you like an example of how it looks like. Some of the spells here. You know what I mean? It just looks amazing, dude. Like, there's so much. So yeah, this is some of the things that really pushed my interest into the game. You know, the way the game looks in general, the graphics. I'm not saying just about pixel count, the graphics as an art form as well. So not just in a sense of pixel count or whatever. The animations are amazing and smooth. They look amazing. Like, dude, it just looks next gen. It looks I can't think of any other game that has, like MMO. I can't think of any other MMO that has animations that look this good. So this is something that's a really positive for Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy, I think, has the best animation graphics of any MMO. In terms of spells, at least for the spells. I'm gonna say that much. Okay, here's another thing that I want to show you guys. The way the battle system is, the limit breaks. This is another thing that kind of sparked my interest with the game. If you've ever played Smash Brothers Ultimate or Smash Brothers, you'll know it's kind of like your final Smash, dude. Just 3 levels of it. Level 1, each class has their own limit break. Like this is the Black Mage is my favorite limit breaks, I think. Well, at least for LB3, I think is my favorite. So there's something, it's so cool because it's like it brings an element of like Super Smash Brothers, the Ultimates, the Final Smash or whatever. It brings another layer. This is my favorite one. It's Limit Break 3 for Black Mage. Look at this, dude. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Look at that. That's freaking badass. Come on, guys. Come on. What else do I gotta show you, man? What else do I gotta show you? Alright. Let me show you a few more. I guess I could show you the player housing. In general, all players will get an inn, like in the major cities, but you can have your own little apartment. Or you can have your own proper house, where you can customize your own house and decorate your own house. So in a sense, it is kind of like Animal Crossing, if you're familiar with that game. You kind of customize your own little house and everything and decorate it. And it's actually, it brings a whole nother layer of gameplay. I haven't explored too much of the player housing and what they do in there. It's nice to have an MMO where you can have a good social aspect to it. You know, a lot of MMOs, I think that's what they're missing is the social aspect of the game. And also, I think in Endwalker they're going to expand this idea of growing crops on your house, so it's gonna be like Stardew Valley in a way, or Harvest Moon if you want to think of that. So it Final Fantasy implements different ideas from different games. Like this is like Animal Crossing mixed with Stardew Valley, has a little bit of Smash Brothers feel with the Ultimates. You know, it has a little bit of everything, and they do such a good job. So I guess I'll show you a house real quick. Okay, whoever this guy is, you're gonna get a spotlight. Quinn, the Carbuncle house. It looks like Pikachu's in Vaporeon or whatever that is. Or Jolteon and Vaporeon. No, just kidding. But yeah, this is, you can make your own player housing, have personal NPCs that you can customize, you know. Make a little entry desk here. This is not my house, it's just some random house, I'm sorry. Probably not the best one to show, but this one looks pretty good. This guy looks like he plays a lot. So yeah, you can have your own little personal house and you know, get you know what I mean? Have a little fun time here, you know. Nah, I don't know about that. I haven't explored in that area yet. So but there's a lot more houses where they go way into detail and create these crazy house ideas and stuff. So in like reference to World of Warcraft, Limsa Lominsa is like Stormwind and Orgrimmar. This is the most popular city where all the players are. So as you can see, this is where the majority of the players are. And most of the bards also play here too as well. You'll see people that play music. And that's another thing that kind of interests me about this game is you get little toys and stuff like that. The bard is the only one who can play music. Like with instruments and stuff like that. So you have a whole collection of instruments you can play. Okay, guys, so I'm just gonna play a little bit for you. So you have a keyboard here that you can play. You just have to customize the key. Okay, I'll play the World of Warcraft song. I'm gonna see if I can play it blindfolded. There you go, guys. There you go. That's a little preview. And when you do play performances like this, some people will come up to you and just clap and just cheer and stuff like that. There you go, guys. There's a little something for you guys. And yeah, I think it's kind of cool. Like, you have this social aspect of the game where, like, you can just play music, be a musician or whatever, and create a show for people. You know what I mean? Just like in real life. You'll see, like, you kind of entertain people. That's why I like being a bard too. So. You can look at some of the players here. You can be a little Lalafell. That look cool, actually. You know? So you can kind of get a look at what the players look like. And, you can see. Oh, that's so cool. So you kind of get a preview of what the game is like, what you can look like. You know, you can literally be anything. You can be a naked chicken boy. You know, you can you can be whatever you want, man. You can be whatever you want. You can be a hot bunny babe. You can be a little chicken boy. You can be a Lalafell. One thing to mention also about this game, I would say the biggest negative about this game is the PvP scene. PvP just feels clunky because the movement is not as smooth as World of Warcraft in a way. It's a little bit more static. It's a little bit more static in a way, but you still have some control. And it's just the way the animations cast and everything, and the way they kind of character lock or whatever. It's not like a free flow system that World of Warcraft has. So that's the other thing too. So just to keep that in mind. But for me, honestly, when it comes to PvP, I just like to play other games in general, like other PvP games that are not Final Fantasy. Hey, give Final Fantasy a break, man. They make good stories. Just give them some time. Maybe they'll fix it in the future. Who knows? But yeah, I think that's the weakest point for Final Fantasy. That the PvP scene is a little bit weak, and the PvP in general is a little clunky. But yeah, I think that's oh, look at chicken. He's tuning a little sprout, a little chicken sprout. Okay. All right, so yeah, I will say at first it was a tough decision for me. It was a very tough decision for me to do because I've been playing World of Warcraft since the beginning. But Activision Blizzard's track record of just not meeting my expectations and always falling short. I'm sorry, I just said that. I just looked at this Lalafell over here. Oh, you can't see it on my screen. Falling short. A little Lalafell. Anyways, so Activision Blizzard always fell short of my expectations, and it never truly satisfied my gamer needs. It sounds like a weird relationship or something, but in a way that's what MMOs are. It's like a long-term investment, a long-term relationship that you have with the game. And I know it's tough because some of you are players like me who are used to play the game for a long time too. But hopefully the stuff that I share with you today kind of convinces you that Square Enix and Final Fantasy is a worthy game that's worthy of your time and investment in. So yeah, if you ever want to check out the game or anything like that, Just you can find me on Twitch, and I'll go explore the game for you if you want to check out a certain thing, or if you have any questions like from a WoW player. I'll be happy to answer it for you either in the comments on this video, or if you can catch me live on Twitch. Either way is pretty good. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you give Final Fantasy a chance. You will not be disappointed. By the way, this is not sponsored by Final Fantasy in any way, but hey, if you want to send me a check, Square Enix, you can go ahead and do that, or you can just send me some free stuff. I'll take that too. I'll take that too. Anyways, yeah, that's pretty much it. I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next time.